Yeah, I was thinking about rapping, Brittany. I really was. But your mom said, no. So instead, I'm just going to read from a manuscript that I wrote for the past however many years. A good friend of mine said, you can't read that. And I said, well, I paid for the venue, so. So I don't have a mic stand, but somehow I'll fumble through it, and we'll get through this adventure together. I want to, so first of all, I'm the FOB. That in weddings means father of the bride. For retirement means found on the beach. But before I lost you. I can go a cappella. I'm a teacher. We can get it done. Let's go a cappella. Let's try. Oh, look at that. Okay. All right. That's fun. So before we begin, I want to thank everyone. I want to make sure you have a drink in front of you, or 2, or 6. And if you're like me and you're allergic to alcohol, and I want you to have several tissues available because the allergy is real, all right? And, you know, it could cause me to produce some water from my eyes or some redness from my face, but, you know, so grab some tissues if you need them. I want to thank everyone for coming out again to share the joy with the young Manuels, Brittany and Justin, as they celebrate their love for one another. I want to thank my beautiful wife, Tennille, for helping me stay strong throughout all of our planning, or their planning progress and organization. She's my rock. I literally owe her my life. I want to thank Terry for raising an amazing son. I could not ask for a better person to marry my daughter, honestly. He's a testament of goodness that you possess in your soul, and he shows that every day. The rehearsal dinner was unbelievably perfect. It really was. And thank you for that. Also, thank you, Julie, Toller, Breezy, for welcoming the McGraws with open arms. You are always warm with that. And not only did you welcome us, you welcomed those 3 beautiful children at a time you probably didn't want to have 3 new children in your life. But because of that, it led to this. So thank you for that. So I want to say to both of you, Justin loves you, it's clear, and I love you as well. You're both expressions to me. Thank you for the caterer for the fine meal, the photographer for capturing our memories, and for making this whole ordeal beautiful. In addition, I want to thank this amazing DJ right here. Somehow he got the mic working again. You know? As a whole, I want to thank all of Tennille's sisters. Y'all are amazing. You've been very supportive through our best times and our fun times and the other times. So thank you. You each have shown Brittany strength and still serve as role models for my daughters. They need not depend on the will of others, but they can lead their own futures as strong women. So thank you for that. You have empowered Brittany to be an independent thinker. Special thanks to Danielle for helping Brittany organize this wonderful event. She asked for a magical princess wedding, and you delivered. Thank you. I want to thank my daughters for showing so much strength and support for one another throughout this month, week, this has been 2 years. 2 years we've been planning this wedding. Brittany's been planning it since she was 3, as I told you before. But we only had 2 years to envision what she already had planned. And that took some time. I've been blessed to have beautiful children that have worked through that, so thank you. You make me want to be a better father. You make me want to be a better person every day. Each of you is a blessing. So let's just toast to everyone who's behind the scenes and has made this happen. Speaking of being blessed, those are the first words that I shared with Tennille just prior to our wedding. I want you to know that my confidence in my faith was so strong that we could weather any storm. I told her that I was blessed. I literally said those words. And if you want to know more about the evidence of that, well, you only need to look at her. I stole her heart, and she openly allowed me to keep it. I'm blessed to have a partner who loves me equally as much, if not more, as I love her. Speaking of stealing hearts, Justin, you and I know a thing or two about that. See, Brittany told me her whole life how she's going to be better than me. And if you have not noticed it yet, she has a competitive spirit. And I do not bow out easily. But 4 years ago, when she willingly gave her heart to you, I knew that she would one day rise above her father, because she chose someone who was just slightly better at everything her father is good at. Now, I could talk about sports and dancing and style, but instead I want to talk about stealing the heart of the one that completes us. See, a thing you and I have shared, Justin. See, 25 years ago, in 6 months, I met my bride-to-be. But, as you found, my bride had a boyfriend. So I hung around long enough to have chances to woo her away. I always made sure that I was just above the friend zone. At the right moment, I made my move. And lucky for me, she said yes. But when you and Brittany met, you sought first to be her friend. And you were willing to be a true friend to her no matter what. You brought care items for her knee recoveries. You called just to say hello. Still call her just to say hello, beautiful. That's it. Albeit she was in a serious relationship. You were, how should I say, just being friendly? Right? I saw right through your game. It was something I couldn't condone, but I liked it. See, as a dad, although I've given my daughter everything she's ever wanted, you've given her what she needs, a kindred spirit. And eventually you stole her heart. And I believe it happened New Year's Day, 2014. When she said goodbye to the old Brittany and hello to the new year. You were smooth. You knew what you were doing. I must confess, Justin, you were not our first love. Nope, Teal and I prayed that Britt and Ben McElwain would be a couple. But they only stayed friends. Susan and Doug, you raised an amazing young man. But Justin, you're the perfect match for our firstborn. So I've got to add another blessing. See, today, I'm not losing a daughter. I'm gaining a son. Let's toast to prayers, both answered and unanswered. I'm not done yet. Justin. Let's see, what can I say? Good looking, smart, hard working, good dresser, bright future, active listener, romantic. But enough about Brittany. I wanted to focus on you for a spell. No, seriously, you're everything that I could have hoped for a son. And I'm proud to be a part of your family. Blessed. I'm so blessed. Seriously, I'm so blessed that when Brittany first came home from the hospital, Tennille allowed me to change all of her diapers. I was blessed to do all the feedings and the burpings, and when she was colicky, she let me calm her to sleep. I still remember her favorite calming ritual. See, I would place her in the middle of the bed, and I would slap the bed covers and sing the lyrics to Slam. Slam! The boys, right? And she would just giggle and giggle. It was great. Her heartfelt laughter is extraordinary and precious. It is addictive even. Yet she does not accept just mediocrity. No, I could not just rock her to sleep. I had to cajole her to sleep. See, that is because Brittany has always been better than average. She cannot just have something. She demands the something, right? You know, you haven't tried until you succeed. The perfect outfit, the perfect accessories, the perfect dinner, the perfect career, the perfect house, the perfect wedding, the perfect husband. But I never asked God to give me a perfect daughter. I just wanted a healthy daughter. Yet the Lord blessed Teal and I with a beautiful and humble daughter. Just look at her. She is as beautiful as a princess. That is not by chance alone. Brittany has been planning this wedding since she was 3 years old. I'm serious. At least once a month since she was 3, she said, "Dad, do you think anyone would ever marry me?" Followed by, "Dad, I want a big wedding." So she gave me fair warning for how much I could expect to spend. And you sure? Are you ready for this, Justin? It's worth every penny. Honestly, I'm blessed. I'm blessed that when I asked God to give me a child, He did. He gave us 4 children, with Brittany being the first. And as she grew, and as she started to be more demanding and assertive, she required more attention. It was exhausting. I mean, Brittany can be intense. So I asked God to make her like her mother. And He did. She's organized and helpful. She's active with the community and charitable. She is graceful and gorgeous. She never walks past a problem, and she always gets results. Justin, if you're ever looking for something, just ask her. Don't go looking for it. She knows where it's at. Seriously, don't waste your time looking for things. Just ask Brittany. But there's only so much of control and neatness one can stand. Seriously, it was like having 2 mothers in the house. So after a while of that, I asked God to make her more like her dad. And He did. She's sociable, friendly, she's smart, she's able to accomplish many tasks at once. Good enough is not good enough for her. She asks lots of questions and is great at conversation. She has a commanding presence and a winning spirit. But after achieving so much success, I wanted her to be humble. So then I asked the Lord to make her more like God. And He did. She loves serving others. Her faith is evident in her character. She loves openly, and she nourishes relationships with people of many spiritualities. The Lord shines through her, and I'm proud of her courage and strength. Brittany, you are my #1 competitor. You're my firstborn child. It's not that I love you more. I've loved you longer. So the pain of your happiness runs deep within me. The best never seemed good enough. I always wanted more for you because you deserve more. Throughout all of these years, you have been a model daughter, student, and athlete. It was with great pride that I pointed out to other teachers, hey, see that girl over there? Isn't she a model student? Or, hey, coach, isn't she the type of team player you want on your team? Manny Taveras, I have to thank you for helping Brittany recognize that within herself. You helped rebuild her confidence after a devastating injury. She took that knowledge and shared it with her field hockey friends that she met afterwards, building confidence in others and paying it forward. I never asked God to make you so good and care and take care of other people. You did that all on your own. People want to be around you because you make them feel like they can reach their full potential. You make them want to be better. So let's toast to Brittany. Still got a few more pages. I want to thank the great educators like Tony Santos, Ed Vollen, Wayne Sears, Paul Doss, Princess Sawyer, Kristen Edwards, she's over here, and Angela Will for being a significant part of her life. Kristen and Angela, you are living examples of the type of woman she wants to be. I know I've said that to you individually, but it's true. Tony and Ed, you have been her guardians when I was not able to answer her needs. Tony especially, you've been my mentor. Paul and Wayne, you have been voices of reason for her. Wayne, Brittany speaks highly about you, and during her stay at NC West, you made a significant impact on her life. Princess, who couldn't stay, I'll still say her words. She's been like a mom to me, and that's been real important throughout all of our lives, especially for the fact that my wife and I lost our mothers kind of early. Speaking of moms, I'm blessed that every time I look at you, Brittany, I get to see my own mother. Although she is not with us in flesh, she dwells within you. I see her beauty every time I look at you. When I look into your eyes, I see the reason and voice of Joanne, Tennille's mother. We both lost our mothers too soon. I love Joanne. We would talk all night long about anything. It didn't matter what it was. We'd have these long conversations, and sometimes those conversations made your mother jealous. But she's also jealous of our conversations. I miss Barbara and Joanne terribly, and I'm so proud that you were willing to bring your grandmother into the ceremony by wearing Joanne's necklace that she left for you before she parted. Let's toast the family. However, Justin, I never asked God to make her perfect. Trust me, life with her was never perfect. There were stressful times and happy times. She made me laugh, she made me cry, we lost her in the woods, we found her skin deep in the streets. Heck, there was even a long period of time that the boys would sit outside of our door waiting for Brittany to wake up so that they could play. I used to threaten that anything they did to my daughter, I'd do to them. It didn't stop them. Seriously. She would come outside every Saturday morning, and there'd be 5 to 10 boys waiting to play with her. Heck, I used to feed the whole neighborhood lunch every day during the summer. She was never ashamed to hang out with her dad, even when around her friends. But I did ask God one more thing. Knowing how much joy Brittany had brought to everyone's life, I asked God to make her happy. And she met you. Let's toast to Justin. Now we owe this special day to God, our family, and the many guests. But I want to toast to a few families who have made Brittany's and Justin's life meaningful. The Kecks have been a part of almost every moment. Just as the Barnhills have contributed to great memories. I'll also have nostalgia and gratitude to the Riccios. All three of these families have made extra contributions to this wedding, some of which I'm aware of, others I know nothing about. But all of it is appreciated. It takes a community to raise a family, so let's toast to community. Now, before I wrap up, I want people to know what it means to hand my daughter off to you, Justin. This man did a classy thing before asking Brittany to marry him. He set up a date with me to ask my permission. Now, that's a classy thing to do. I didn't expect it from you, but it's a classy thing to do. And this is not all. In order to make Brittany's engagement special, he set up a special way of proposing to her. He did all that he could to share that day with as many of her friends as he could. An amazing proposal with great detail. It went viral, like 10,000 views. Then he decided to get to know me better. He asked to play basketball with me. Most Sundays I play basketball with some older men. These guys are like 20 years older than I am. They mop the floor with me every Sunday. I'm terrible at basketball. I just like it, and I like hanging out with the guys. So I was really happy to have the extra help, you know? Well, we played that first game, and it went as I expected. The team I was on lost. But then the second game, Justin started making these shots, and layups, and three-pointers, and we won. And then we won another game. And before I knew it, we were tied up. It was 4-4, or 3-3, I can't remember exactly the score, and this is the last game. This is going to be the game we get to go home. And so I found getting the ball to Justin was all I needed to do to win. So now, near the end of that day, when we were tied up, this next game would decide that winner, so I did what I thought we should do, get the ball to Justin. But there's this one time I tried a hook shot, just because I wanted to. It didn't go in. So it was surprising to me when we were on the final point and Justin passed the ball to me. He said, "Let's see that hook." I mean, the game was on the line. But that is just the kind of guy that Justin is. When the game is on the line, you can count on him. He will make his shots. That's what winners do. But when it really matters, he brings others into the game to make them better. That's what champions do. So I'm certain you want to know, did I make the shot? You can look at it on Facebook, on my post. It's a couple years ago, maybe it was a year ago, I can't remember exactly, but yes, I did, and I bragged about it. The moral of the story is that in all of the things that I have been able to help you, Brittany, in achieving your goals, I know that Justin will deliver for you when you need him. But when it matters the most, he is going to make sure that you feel like you did it. That is not a partner, that's a soulmate. That is why I'm so thankful to be blessed with a son who cares for my firstborn just as much, if not more, than I do. I love you, Brittany. I love you, Justin. Let's have a toast to Brittany and Justin.